And all right, so let's make a formal introduction for our listener. Good afternoon, good morning for me, Claudio. My name is Claudio, actually, and I'm calling you from Washington, D.C. From the studios in Fairfax City. We are very humble and grateful that Claudio Simonetti accepted our invitation to our show. Claudio, welcome to the show. Buon pomeriggio, come stai?
Ah, bene, molto bene, molto bene. Qui, here is 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
1 p.m.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
So let's go now to what's going on in the world with the pandemic. How's the COVID has affected you, your life, your inability to tour, your family, your kids? How you holding up? How difficult has it been for you in a year and a half?
No, actually, it was a bad period, but I'm lucky because I live outside of Rome and I have a house with garden, and I'm not in a loft in Rome. No, because live close in a loft is we never had the chance to go outside because it was were prohibited. No. But so here was easier for me, and also I'm lucky because I can do my work in my home because I have a studio, and so I work it. But the good thing is that I did a lot of live shows from my studio on Facebook, Instagram, and I had a lot of contacts for that. It's incredible to know how many people follow me. Yeah. So I stay here for actually is the very straight period was from March until July last year. Then they opened, and then it started again the lockdown on September, October. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people die in Italy, right? At the beginning.
Yes. We had maybe one was the first place where it started. Oh, it's very big. Yeah. But I don't know. But now, I hope now it's finishing because all the pandemics in the history from cholera and all is, I think no more of 2 years. It's the duration of pandemic periods, but I don't know. This is something new.
Yeah, I hope. I hope that everybody get vaccinated and take care of yourself, and then we need to continue with stuff. You need to make money touring. I'm a consumer. I need to go and see shows. It affected everybody, and unfortunately, a lot of people lost a job with the pandemic. It was
yeah. Many people lost a job. Yes. Many difficulties. Yes.
I'm a computer engineer, so music is my passion. So music is my passion. So I'm very lucky to have a well-paid job. I noticed that you were born in a musical family. And how old were you when you began taking guitar lesson or piano lesson? I know that your dad Enrico was very famous in Brazil.
Very famous musician. Yeah. My father was famous also before in Brazil, where I born in São Paulo. And my father was very popular in Brazil. He was a great musician there. He had TV shows because he was also an entertainer, also more than a musician, and he was a complete artist. And I studied piano when I was 8 years old in São Paulo. Then we came back. My father decided to turn back in Italy. And I came to Italy for the first time when I was almost 12 years old. And I started again playing music, starting when I was 14. But thanks to the bands like Beatles, Rolling Stones, and all the prog after, I decided to turn back to the music, because actually when I was 8 years old, was very boring to play piano. In Brazil, I preferred to go and play with my friends outside. And but what really helped me to turn back to the music was the big generation of the and Prog generation. Yes, and I started again. In the beginning, I played guitar when I was 14 years old because I loved the Rolling Stones. But after I decided to turn back to the piano and turn to study, and I study in a conservatorio in Roma.
Yeah, this is Conservatorio di Santa Cecilia. It's a very famous place, and I mentioned before we began the interview, I did have the opportunity.
I was born in São Paulo in one hospital called Santa Cecilia.
Really?
Yeah, really. And I was born on Thursday, 19th of February. That was the third day of Tuesday of Carnival.
In Brazil.
I was born when my mother told me that all people, the nurses were dancing. Yes, it's funny.
Festival in Brazil. Yeah, no.
I have a lot of my Brazilian character. Even the strange thing is that I do horror movies, but I have my Brazilian feeling inside.
So you like, for example, Carlos Jobim, João Gilberto.
All these people, they was friend of my father. Yeah.
Oh man, João Gilberto is
unbelievable. Of course, my father was an institution in Brazil.
They're unbelievable. Yeah, many jazz musicians like.
I remember when I met many years ago Sergio Mendes.
Yeah, Sergio Mendes too.
Sergio Mendes, he told me, oh great, your father was a great musician. I remember him. Yeah.
And Sergio Mendes had played here many times, and Roberto Carlos coming next year to do tour. So also, some Brazilian people are very well known, but there are many other.
He was popular in Italy, Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, he's coming here to the United States because a lot of the United States a big Italian community. So so they like the stuff. And I'm glad that you study at the Conservatorio Santa Cecilia because I told you before I have the opportunity to interview Stefano Mainetti a couple of weeks ago, and he was a very nice person to hear. All the Italian people are very good too.
Yeah. I know that he teaches maybe there.
Yeah, he's a professor at the and he has done a lot of soundtrack. And so I his music is very good, very different from your stuff. But I have soundtracks. I have about 200-300, and so I like soundtrack from Ennio Morricone, from Goldsmith, and from electronic music, from your stuff, from Tangerine Dream. So I have a wide range of stuff, and so feel free to elaborate. So what kind of music were you listening when you were back in Italy? You were 16, 14, 15, 16. You like progressive rock, Genesis?
Oh yeah, when I was 14, progressive prog rock was not born already, because I think that the prog born in maybe at end of 60s, 68, 69, yeah, and before I listened for of course Beatles, Rolling Stones, and many other bands. But I remember the band that signed my life, and then I decided to turn back to play keyboards, was a Procol Harum.
Of course, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, when I listened for White Shade of Pale was 1966. I listened for this Hammond organ playing this Bach introduction. Yeah. I say, wow, it's beautiful. Well, I want to play again, and I started playing piano again. I studied in conservatory, and then my father gave me my first organ.
Wow.
Yes, was a Farfisa. Farfisa is a very popular organ of the 60s, Italian organ. You maybe you know because the Doors used it.
The Doors. Oh man!
And also Pink Floyd. They use a Farfisa in the beginning. It's a white organ with see.
And those are beautiful.
And I started with that.
You still have it or no?
No, I don't have it anymore. But I have a Hammond organ there. I have a B3 organ, original.
I got you. So how you end up meeting Dario Argento to begin with? How did it happen?
Oh yeah, okay. We were very lucky because with the band, who was not called Goblin in the beginning, was called Oliver. Because when I started to, it was 1972, I did a military service.
Yeah.
But I did it in Rome, so I had sometimes time to play, and with Massimo Morante, the guitar player of Goblin, we started doing some demos in my small studio in Rome. And after, when I finished my military service, we decided to go to in London to present this kind of music, because we love Genesis, Gentle Giant, King Crimson, yes, Deep Purple, yes. And we did a mix of this kind of music doing our album, no? So when we formed this band, and the name was Oliver. And we went to London. We lived there for almost 1 year. We did some concerts, but it was very difficult to find a record label there, because we play the same music of what they do there. So Italian was not very even if we have a PFM, they was very famous in London. Yes. Then we turned back in Italy, and thanks to my father, we signed a contract with the Cinevox Record. Cinevox Record was this record label that works especially for film soundtracks.
Yep.
And so we started to record this album, the Oliver album. And in the same time, Dario Argento, that was, he finished the Deep Red film, Profondo Rosso. And the music was started in the beginning. There was Giorgio Gaslini that recorded some few tracks from the film. But Dario Argento say, no, I want something more rock, and asked to the producer, Carlo Bixio. He say, I want Deep Purple, Pink Floyd to play
stuff,
this.
Yeah.
But Carlos say, no, wait, before we go to ask these famous bands, listen for these guys that I'm producing in Rome. They do Gothic, Prog. So Dario came in studio and he listened for our music, and he say, wow, I like them. Let's try to let them do the music. But at the beginning, we had just to play the music of Gaslini with our arrangements. But during the recording, Gaslini had problems with Dario, argued with Dario, and so he left the film. And Dario say, oh, okay, guys, now we don't have the main themes of the film. We don't have any more Giorgio Gaslini. So you try to do this. I was 22 years old, and I was the oldest of the Goblin. You know, we were kids, and it was and he was very important director, because that was popular in over the world. This Profondo Rosso was his 5th film, and so we went to my small studio again, and we record the demos of the Profondo Rosso team. And the day after, he listened for that. He say, "Oh, it's great! I like it." And so we record the entire soundtracks, the main themes of Profondo Rosso. But we finished the Profondo Rosso, we turned back to the Oliver album, and to finish this. We never supposed that Profondo Rosso could be so famous after, no? And
you sold so many copies all over the world. That music,
but it was after 10 months we sold more than 1 million copies. We were in a top charts, you know. So the album of Oliver was we finished, but it was released with the name Cherry 5. And the album Cherry 5 is one of the most requested album, because they printed just 500 copies. It's one of the most expensive LP to find.
My God, you still have copies?
I have a copy, yes. I have 2 copies, but I know I saw in a fair, in vinyl fairs, They sold now it's reached the 5,000-6,000 euros
My God,
for a
man.
copy. Yeah. It's like an investment. Yeah, I say to my daughters, you keep this record. Maybe in next 10 years you will buy a new car or or a house.
So wow, man, that was man, you guys were very 22, 23 years old. Unbelievable. So that album changed your life completely. You know, they
Yeah,
began.
but we're not supposed to do this. We have a record. We were to 15 weeks on the top of the charts. No one reached this in Italy. We sold 4 million copies of the record.
My God, man, unbelievable. And then, but the band after Profondo Rosso, the band is split up, right?
The band?
Yeah, you guys
We
break up.
split.
Yeah, Goblin. Did you guys break up after?
No, yeah. As we finished the Profondo Rosso, we split the band because we never supposed to continue, because actually, even if many people think that Prog was very popular, actually it was not. And it was an underground genre of music, especially in Italy. So yeah, we had a lot of famous bands, but they never sold album like the pop music. You know, it's a kind of it's a small it's a small market is for the Prog, no? And but after with Profondo Rosso, we open this kind of music here. But I think there was only one case, because nobody sold for 4 million copies of Prog, thanks of course to the film, to the beautiful film of Dario.
Yeah. Do you?
But so we separate, and then we turn back because the band has reached a big success of sold of records. Also, we formed the band again.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in a year, I think 2001, right? You did, yeah. You guys came back in 2001, I believe, together. But there was a little bit, and then they split up again, right? Right?
No, but when we split the band, it was in '78.
Yeah.
I started working on disco music, Italy disco. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. After was in '78, '79. Yes.
Good. And then but let's go back to
after. At that point we split the band, and we reformed the band just in 2000 for No Sonno, Sleepless.
I got you. Yeah. So after Profondo Rosso, right? You participated on because what happened? There are many kind of versions about what happened. After Profondo Rosso, I think it was 74, 75. You guys did Deep Red and Suspiria, right?
No, yeah, Suspiria was our second album.
Oh,
our second film. Yes, it was 1977. Yeah. We did we just changed the drummer, was different, because in Profondo Rosso there was Walter Martino on drums, and then for Suspiria Agostino Marangolo that take the place of Walter. So and we did also, but I think that Suspiria is maybe the most important, most famous film of Dario over the world, more than Profondo Rosso.
More than Profondo Rosso. Yeah, it's a very well known, and the music also, of course, is very good.
Extraordinary.
What I do with film score, I listen to stuff, I put my headphone, and I try to imagine the movie, how will it be, just to listen to music. And then I will put the Blu-ray and see what I remember the music, seeing on the picture and on the theater. And it's a beautiful experience. Try to imagine what a movie is going to be by just listening to the soundtracks. I'm always do that.
We play on tour in America.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, we did Suspiria live. All the projection of the film, we play live. The music in exactly how it was recorded in the original. Also in Japan, you have the poster. We did Profondo. You know, Suspiria is so famous in Japan that was released before Deep Red, Profondo Rosso.
Really?
Profondo Rosso, yes, Profondo Rosso was released later with the name Suspiria Part 2.
Wow.
Yes, I have the poster here. Where
Yeah,
is
yeah, very strange, right? Yeah, yeah, I can see it. Yeah. See, you got frozen for a minute. I think you got frozen for a while. You're back. You're back. Can you hear me? So yeah, so you were mentioned that in Japan, it was they released first Suspiria and then Profondo Rosso, right? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. If you go on internet, you can find the name Suspiria Part 2.
Yeah. What? Wow. What are we?
It's funny.
So
it's funny because it's the films are not similar. There is nothing. Yes, it's funny.
Yeah.
But it's okay. There was a commercial.
You guys did all right. It wouldn't make a difference the name. So you like going to Tokyo? You like playing Japan?
Yeah, I love Japan. I love. I was there many times. I play in Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. It's a fantastic people. They are really great fans. I love this place. Now it's 2 years. I couldn't go there because of the lockdown. But now, maybe in next summer, we spring time or summer, we do a concert there again.
I got you. What about the in between Profondo Rosso and Suspiria? You guys did Deep Red was popular as well.
Yes. Of course. At that time, all the Dario Argento's film was very popular in Italy. People become crazy every time. People screaming on the movies. Yeah, well, because Dario was in the cinemas to present the film, and many people. It was a different time, different
of course,
mood of living. Yes. Now we have too much, but not in the 70s. 70s was every Dario Argento film was released with a big how do you say
publicity and
publicity. Yes, it was avvenimento. How do you say avvenimento? Wait, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it was a big deal for him to because
event was a big event.
A big event. I got you.
Yeah.
Have you so over the year, have you changed your gear a lot? But you have gone back to analog, or you don't use analog synthesizer?
No, yeah, sometimes I use analog. Yes, of course. Now, especially with the return of vinyls.
Yeah.
Yes, but actually, I don't use recording tape anymore because I don't have. I have it one. I prefer, of course, the digital is easier to work, is easier to do everything. But now here you can hear, you can see by my studio I have an analog mixer. I don't like digital mixers, so I have a. Yes, analog have another sound. It's completely different. But
Absolutely.
Of course, but when I mix with analog. But the support was is a digital, because I use Pro Tools, Logic, and of course, the final product goes on digital track. Yeah, but after, when we put on vinyl, that change is more, it's hotter, the sound is better. I prefer, I love vinyls.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Even if with CDs, you hear everything that you missed in the 70s. I have all the Prog bands. I listen on CDs. I listen for something in the back that you can hear on vinyls, because vinyls is more rude. comparing to the digital, but the sound is better.
I agree. Do you have a still vinyl
Yes, yes.
vinyl collection?
I have a big collection, me too. Yeah, I have a lot of, because I started when I was a kid. So I have all my records. So I have many thousands of records.
Well, you need to invite me to your house one day. And then I invite you, and then I invite you here. And then you
I'll send you the pictures of all. Yeah. Because it's not here, it's in another room.
You are welcome to have dinner here as well when you are come back in this.
Yeah, of course. But if we come back to the States,
need to do a tour.
I think we will. You are in Washington D.C. or Washington?
No, in Washington. I'm in the border with Washington and Virginia.
Ah, okay. Because so, you have two Washington. No, it's there is a Washington. It's in New York. DC, no, Washington D.C. And there is another Washington.
Yeah, the Washington, the one that you're referring that is in the other side in California. No, I live in the Washington.
Yes, it's not this Washington. It's a
Washington. No, in the Washington D.C. We have. So
you live near Biden.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I live about 25 minutes from the White House. 20 minutes.
Okay.
So where all the action is. So after 78, you did you found a number of electronic disco projects, right?
Yeah, no, but I started with the disco, but not electronic. I use orchestras at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because the disco dance music, Italo disco, we play with orchestra, with real instruments, yes, and some electronic, yes. But later, the disco changed and became more electronic music, yes. I working on the discos until 84, 85. Yes, and I use a lot of electronic music, special for Tenebrae. I use the drum machine, not the real drum, the vocoder, and Demons was a completely electronic soundtrack.
Yeah.
How
Tenebrae came together. That's beautiful music and beautiful theme too. Both. It's. All those films it's a piece of art. I mean, Dario Argento, all the music you can, even if you don't like the music, whatever it is, even if you're deaf and you don't like the music, seeing those movies, that's a piece of art. It's like going to the Louvre Museum to see.
Because Tenebrae was, we tried to mix our style with not the rock dance, because the Demons was also, they used it in some discotheques, I remember.
Right,
yeah. See.
I got you. Yeah, that was, go ahead. And then I think you did, after you guys split up, you formed your band called Demonia, right? And then
Demonia was in 2000, yeah, 1999 I started with
How is it to work with George Romero? How you like
I never. Okay, I never met George Romero, because when Dario in the '78 asked us to write the music, the soundtrack for Zombie, for Dawn of the Dead, he has the rights to distribute the film in Europe, in Italy, and but he didn't like the score of that Romero used, because in the beginning the film was released in America with not the original score, with the libraries of vintage music. It's very boring music. I saw the original. It's not. We didn't like it. So Dario decided to change the music and say to us, "You write again in the music," and he cut 20 minutes of the film. So.
Wow.
The film was better with our music, and with this cut was more, yes. And the film was released later in America and had a big success as well with our music. But I never met. I just met Romero in 2016 in Lucca, Festival of Lucca in Italy. I met him for the first time, his wife, and we passed all afternoon together. and just 1 year or 1 year and a half before he left, he died. And so I was lucky to meet Romero. We talk about many things. It was good, very good. But not I never worked with him directly.
Yeah. And you also, you did a lot of film score, like Conquest and New Barbarians, Midnight Killer, Body Count, Versace Murder. Yeah, so you always saw that, huh?
Cut and Run.
Cut and Run. You have very good memory too. You have a photographic memory.
No, I did almost 70 films.
70?
In my life. Yes.
Wow.
I work with Dario, just with Dario, I did 14 films.
Yeah, 14
including the 2 of Romero and 1 of Lamberto Bava with Demons, and then Martin and Dawn of the Dead. Yes.
Yeah. You continue doing that when you're no?
No, I work with Dario since his last film was Dracula, but was 9 years ago. Yeah, or 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah, his last film. These directors like Bava, Romero, and Argento, and they're not doing new films. I asked to John Carpenter. I asked him why you don't do more. Are you doing a new film? And he say, no, I'm too old to do for that. It was joking, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they don't do films again. Yeah, or maybe they produce. I know that Carpenter maybe is producing something, but not as a director, just as producer.
Yeah, he is still, his 2 kids form like a band, progressive electronic music, and he tours around the country doing, because his last name is so famous that.
He's working on music.
Draw a big crowd, and people like them. So feel free to elaborate how you end up meeting George Carpenter and the comment that he
he met me. I met him in 2013 in London, in LA, pardon. And when we met, he told me, "I know you very well because I stole all your music." And I say, "Oh yeah, but you did it very well."
Yeah, he's very famous in the United States. It's you have worked with so many great directors. Feel free to elaborate on some that I don't know. What's your opinion, for example, about Ruggiero, Umberto Lenzi, Lucio Fulci, Enzo, Lamberto Brava? All those big names are.
Yes. Ruggiero Deodato, I'm a good friend of him. He's a very nice guy. Ruggiero he could be a comedian because he's
really
very funny. Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy. Yeah, and I did 5 films with him. Yes, with Ruggiero, and with Lamberto I did 2 films. I did Demons and Morirai a Mezzanotte. I don't know the name in English. You will die at midnight or something like that. Yeah. And but the other directors, I never knew them very well. For example, Fulci, I never met Fulci because when I did Conquest, he left the film and I worked just with the producer. And I never met. I know Antonella Fulci, his daughter, but not Lucio. I worked with Sergio Martino, with Lamberto Bava, but many directors are not involved in music like Dario or others, Ruggiero. Yes, I work more with the how to say with the producers, at the editors. Yes.
So kind of who is in charge of deciding? Okay, we want to go with the Goblin, Claudio Simonetti's band because we like the stuff. It's the director or the producer
normally we had this big publisher that was Bixio with Cinevox. So Bixio has a lot of films. He did Sergio Leone, and many of the most important films in the history was published by Bixio. So Bixio proposed us to these others directors, and also, yes, I had some publishers that helped me to find the film, to work on a film, and sometimes they contact me directly. Yes,
because they knew your work from before.
yeah.
But it is important for you, for example, when let's say if I were to hire you to compose a film for a movie that I've never done, but you prefer to see like a rough cut before signing the project, or no?
No, okay. Sometimes they give me the film with the rough music. Yes, with but I don't like this, because I prefer to have a film edited, completed, empty, without any music, so I can put, because I don't wanna be influenced by other styles, you know, because sometimes they put music from Pink Floyd, from John Williams, you know. That's not fair, you know. I prefer to have Morricone. I read in his interview that he told the same. I want the film empty. I don't want to hear any music.
Ennio Morricone was very popular here in United States, in Europe as well. He was very high regarded, like John Williams, you know.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Any directors that you would like to work, that you never have the chance to work with, if you're looking back in your career?
If I have some...
No, any director that you haven't had the chance to work, that you would like to work with?
I don't know. There are so many, yeah, of course, but I don't know what to say. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to work with John Carpenter, but he is a musician as well. And I don't know, many others. Spielberg has a John Williams. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but there are a lot of very good films. Now I see a lot of films on Netflix, Prime, and Disney Channel. So there are a lot of big productions, and most of the directors are unknown. I don't know who are them, you know, because in America, I think that the director is very important, but many of them, they just realize what they propose them to do. The Argento say, this is my film, I want to do what I want. But most of these directors, they are just not technical, they do just what was they have if they have a story, they have they explain him what they want, and he realized what the production want. Most of them don't have his opinion or put something of them on the film. No, it's a technical work, you know. So for example, if you see a series, many series, every two episodes change the director, but the style is still the same.
Yeah,
you know, it's like look like always with the same hand, but that's what I mean. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about.
No, I do understand.
Okay.
Yes,
It's a more technical work, not artistic, very artistic, because they have to do the same style of the other director of the decide. Also, Dario told me that when he worked with the American, he did 2 episodes of Masters of Horror. Jennifer and Peltz. He told me that was hard for him to work there, because the producers told him what they want, and he has to follow them. if he had to change something, was he had to do a reunion with the scripts, with the writers, and say, oh, well, I want to change this. The guy have to say this, yeah.
Yeah, in Italy, he has more saying about what this is my film. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Don't change that.
I know Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro told me that he don't like to work in America because they want to say him what they have to do. And he told me that once he did one film and he have a big discussion because he said that the actor had to wear glasses, and the production say no glasses. He had no chance to decide. He was very important. He is a very important director, no? But sometimes they don't give him the opportunity to decide what the film. So he say that's why I produce myself. I prefer to work and decide, not people that tell me what to do.
I got you. Feel free to elaborate on Sleepless. That was after you guys came back and then split up forever. Why got together again in 2001?
No, because I met Dario Argento in Sitges, in Festival of Sitges.
Yeah,
it's one of the most important genre festival in Spain, in Barcelona, near Barcelona, and Dario told me I'm doing this film Sleepless. And I say, wow, could be a good occasion to put together again the band, because he shooted the film in Torino, like Profondo Rosso. He's turned back to the giallo. It's very similar to Profondo Rosso, like history, like his giallo stories, not with the glove and black glove. Yes, and I say, okay, let's try. Maybe we can do a soundtrack with Goblin. So I called my friends, and we decide to still with Big Seal, with Cinevox Record. We did this reunion. That was it's a good soundtrack, but a bad experience because it's like if you divorced from your wife and then when you turn back with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't work,
No, never.
Yeah, if you're divorced, you need to
it's
move.
not one person. The wife is just one. I have to argue with 3 people in 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but well, the other guys are doing very well. I mean, there's
no, but it's a good. It's a good.
It's
soundtrack. Yes,
like for example, like Genesis, right? When Steve Hackett left, when Peter Gabriel left, the other bands did very well, and everybody did okay money. With Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd split up, and some of the members did very well. You guys split out, and I have seen Goblin a couple of times here in the United States, and they do very well. You do very well, and if you cannot work as a band, you need to make a living doing your own thing. So it's nothing wrong, right?
But actually, I think that the style changed when you change a musician. Of course, the same. For example, I love Genesis a lot, but I love with Peter Gabriel.
Of course, same here.
Phil Collins is a very good drummer and very good singer, but he turned the band into commercial pop band, and he sold more records than before. Yeah. But I prefer the original stuff.
I remember, yeah.
We play in Rome once with Steve Hackett as a guest.
Wow, my God!
Yeah, in Rome we play.
Steve Hackett was my first interview.
Yeah. Steve played with us Profondo Rosso live, and we play a song of Genesis. What's the name of the song? Watch Over the Skies. Watch Over the Sky. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah,
you can see on internet. You will see Steve Hackett and Goblin.
Yeah. And Genesis is going to be here next month. I'm seeing them like 3 times.
Yeah, but with Phil Collins.
Yeah, but Phil Collins doesn't play drums anymore.
No, I know. He's
sitting on a chair. So it's going to be Mike Rutherford, Tony Banks, Phil Collins. His son will play drum, and they use the
Chester
other.
Thompson, no more Chester Thompson.
No. Chester Thompson doesn't play. He gives the opportunity to his kid.
Okay.
And then remember when Chester Thompson they use another Daryl Sterner. He would be as well. The 5 of them.
Okay.
And so I'm seeing then November the 20th or whatever. I'm seeing them 3 times. They play here, and that's it. They will split up forever. That's the last time they will play together. Yeah.
No, I never see Genesis live. Never.
Yeah.
It's one of the bands I never see live.
Oh man, you need to see them, man.
I know. No, I know. I saw them just once, but with when they had a different singer, Colo Station. Yes, you remember?
Yeah, Colo Station. Yeah, Colo Station.
This is the only time I saw them, and I remember that I was in the backstage. I met them. I have a picture with Genesis, but I never have this picture because the guy who photographed it disappeared, and I don't have this picture with them.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, but no Phil Collins, just Tony Banks and the original was
Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks, right?
And yes, and Michael Rutherford. Michael
Rutherford and. Peter Gabriel is very popular in Italy. He loves Italy. You know, he go there.
Yes. He was very, very famous. He participated in a lot of shows in the 80s.
Yeah. So what in general, you know, if you look back in your career, Claudio, why do you think the music have stayed very popular over the year? Because some of the music was composed over now 45 years ago, right? 1875. We going into 50 years now. And if when people go and see Goblin, see, you know, Claudio Simonetti, Goblin, you see people that are in the 40s or 50 years old and kids that are in the 20s. So your music, right, is very popular.
Oh, yeah. Now I have
people weren't even born when the movie was produced. You know?
Yeah, I know. I have this kind of different people's age people, because now I have 20 years old, 50, 60 years old, 70 years old, because all this generation of range of generation come to my shows, and I ask them for many young people. I say, why you like this music? Why you know this music? And most of them, they told me, thanks to my father, and thanks to internet, thanks to even because maybe they find something new in old stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, because actually we don't have many extraordinary music now. Yes, comparing to the past.
Yeah. Do you have nightmares?
Yeah, sometimes. Yes.
For all the music. You don't have, you know, demons coming into your room at night, or
no, I'm no, I don't have no, I don't have I don't scared about anything. No, I don't know why. Yeah,
well, you're so used to. So I wanna feel free to elaborate.
Wait, I show you something. Wait.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh wow! Are you using that for Halloween?
Yeah, this is a demon's mask.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, and Demons is one of the most popular film that of soundtrack that I had it's one of my most sold record, the Demons soundtrack. Yes, in America, there is a lot of people loving this.
Yeah, next weekend, I'm flying to Boston for the weekend, and I'm going to be meeting Alan Howard, that already interviewed him, and I will. He's going to be signing a lot of stuff, because he's doing in Boston, in Coolidge Corner, like the week of Halloween, there's a theater that they're going to be playing a lot of horror movies, and then he's going to be playing 3 hours in the background. I will take some images and send it to you. Yeah. Alan Howard, of course, was the protege of. He began working with John Carpenter at the beginning, and then John Carpenter began doing other stuff. So he took over most of the Halloween stuff. So he did Halloween 3, 4, 5, Christine, Escape from New York. I don't know if you know this film, but I'm going to be meeting him. So I will say he's going to be signing a lot of stuff for me. So I will. I will keep you one. So when I see you in Italy, I will give you. And so feel free to elaborate on. I want to give you three tracks if you have memories composed. The Tenebrae Originale, how that composition came together, if you can remember.
Of Tenebrae.
Yeah.
No, Tenebrae, when Dario finished Tenebrae, he wanted the Goblin again, but it was impossible because we split. And the band the Goblin exists with other members. Just the bass player Fabio Pigntelli, he stayed with the Goblin band, but not me and the guitar player Massimo Morante. So we say, okay, we can do the soundtrack, but not using the name Goblin. Tenebrae was Simonetti, Pigntelli, Morante Pigntelli, yes, was released with these three names. So we play bass, keyboards, and guitar, and we use a drum machine, not instead of the real drummer.
Oh, yeah.
And just for some percussions, timpano solos, we call Walter Martino, the original drummer of Profondo Rosso. But and so we did this soundtrack, and that actually was our first last soundtrack together before the reunion of Sleepless.
I got you. What about the Phenomena, the main title? How the composition came together, if you can remember?
Yeah, the Phenomena was my first solo film for the main team. Dario called me and asked me to write this theme, and I, for the first time, I used the soprano vocal, lyrical voice.
Yeah.
Yes. And I did this song, Dario loved it, and we used it for the film. And then with Fabio Pigntelli, with this other stuff on the film, the bass player of Goblin, and we used the name Goblin. But actually, Phenomena, the main team is just Claudio Simonetti.
Yeah, of course. The same question about Profondo Rosso, that's a beautiful film, man. I can't believe you guys were that young, and then all of a sudden, boom, became famous.
As I told you, we were very lucky to meet Dario.
Yeah.
And same him, because he found a band that realized they played this soundtrack, and so we sold a lot of records. And so thanks to this, start all my soundtracks career as a musician. Yes.
How's Dario Argento health? Is he in good shape?
What?
Is he healthy? Healthy?
Now?
Yeah.
Yes. Is Dario? Is maybe a couple of years I don't see him anymore.
Yeah.
But I think 2 or 3 days ago he was here in Roma Festival of Cinema, and he gave an award, a special award to Quentin Tarantino. Wow. Yeah. So I know that Dario was there. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Dario now is 81 years old. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully, I will have the opportunity to interview him one day.
Oh yeah, yes, but after it's 2 or 3 years I don't have any
contact with him.
Yes.
So what? He
had health problems, but now it's good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear, man. What in looking back in your career, what was the most what the piece of music that was the most difficult to make? If you look back, if you can remember that. difficult because they were fight with the director, the producer, they change this, they change that, and you say, man, I don't want to deal with this stuff. Is anyone? Sometimes it's a mess.
No, sometimes when I worked with the big directors, I don't have problems. I had some troubles with the smallest directors, you know, because they are very more. They want to be more. I don't know why. No, I had some problem with them, but never. As I told you, I worked with Lamberto, with Ruggero Deodato, Bava, and Argento. I never had problems with them. But the most difficult part for me is the beginning. When I see the film for the first time, I say, okay, now I have to. It's like a picture, a painter that have an empty. How do you call it?
An empty frame, right? That you
exactly. And I don't know what to do, and so I start. The most difficult part is when I begin to compose. I tried some music I don't like, then I turn back. But after, when I find the right mood, it's easy to work for entire film. Yes, and but I am lucky because after many years, all the production and directors, they leave me free to do what I want. Yeah,
I got you. Well, that's...
Yes. I never had problems with Dario.
Yeah. So feel free to elaborate when you guys were playing live Suspiria here in the United States. It was a difficult process. You play Suspiria, a different version of Suspiria, or was similar or very similar to what you guys did?
No, the Suspiria is Profondo Deep Red. We play also Deep Red in America, but the American version is shorter.
I got you. Yeah,
very shorter. Yes, it's about 1 hour 40, 20 minutes less. Yes. But Suspiria, no, is the original.
The original stuff. Are you surprised that now some of the movies 50 years, 50 years old, they were still your, if you go to Amazon or eBay, or you still are selling a lot of records. I mean, some of these movies, the Blu-ray is very popular, and the soundtracks are very popular. I hope you get a percentage of all the sales, over the year that you didn't sell the rights, or you still have the right to all this.
No, yes, of course. We have all the rights. The rights are forever. Yeah. The rights stop after 70 years after the death of the composer. The property of yes. Yeah, we have a right. But the problem is that, especially these channels like Skype, Netflix, they don't pay. We have a lot of problem with them because they don't pay. Rights, they pay a little less. We don't have any. It was better when the film was released on movies and cinema. We have a percentage from the tickets, but not from the TV. TV pays a little, not more.
A lot less.
A lot less. Yes, it's really bad. Especially for the Blu-rays, DVDs, we don't have. We have rights, but sometimes they don't pay. We don't. What can we do?
Do them. Call a lawyer.
Yeah, call. We have to do a battle with the entire world.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, for me, it's more important is to do concerts. Concerts is better.
Yeah, I got you. And if you were, a film composer, or doing Goblin stuff, what do you like to do in your free time when you're not working on keyboard? What do you do with your kids or wife or whatever?
No. Actually, I always I'm here. Yes, playing. I like to editing. Do. Editing my videos, my personal videos, and I still work on music. No, I don't have any special hobby, or
no.
I don't do sport and then nothing. I'm a lazy boy.
What about soccer? You don't watch soccer in Italy?
No, yeah, but I'm not a big fan of soccer. Yes, a little bit. Yes.
Well, Brazil, where you come from, is one of the best in the world.
I have a beautiful photo of my father in Brazil with Pelé.
But wow.
Yeah, because I wrote a biography.
Really?
My biography, yes. I have it here. I show you. Wait.
Yeah. Oh wow, man!
And now you read. Okay, Claudio Simonetti is a silver boy.
Yeah,
the silver boy. Yes, this is all my biography. Now is there is one publisher in Spain. They are translating in Spanish
as well.
Not in English, not right now, but okay.
You look very young in that picture. Oh man, yeah, I can see it.
And I have a lot of this when I start. Yes, you see.
Yeah, you have a lot of long hair and
Yeah, this was my first band, The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Wow.
It's 1971.
How old were you? You were 18. How old were you?
I'm 69.
My God, man, that was the first.
I was born in 90.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I was born in 1952.
Yeah. Wow, you were very young when you.
Next year I'll be 70.
Well, you're in good shape, man.
I hope so.
Did you buy a lot of when you were in Tokyo? Did you buy a lot of music?
Well, see this. This is my father with Pelé.
With Pelé, of course. That's a beautiful picture, man.
And yes.
What I'm saying, did you end up buying a lot of records, vinyl in Tokyo?
No, you know what? In Tokyo, they are not big fans of vinyl. See, yeah, but this is maybe the last place in the world that they sell just CDs, because vinyl are not very popular. I know because when I do concerts there in my merchant, they buy more CDs, not vinyls. Now, CDs here is nobody buy CDs anymore, but vinyls in Japan, Korea, they still buy just CDs instead of I don't know why. No, they have a record, of course, a lot, the vinyls, but
I buy a lot of. I have some contact there, and I buy a lot of vinyl from Japan. The quality is very, very good. I have all the Genesis that were, I have like for some of the Genesis albums, I have like 3 or 4 different versions from different countries. The pictures are different, and the one from Japan, Genesis, Japan, they're very, very good quality. The pictures are very.
I have I have all my Japan Goblin stuff of the 70s. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I will. Since you like Genesis, I will show you 1 minute. Let me, if I can find it here. Yeah, there. Now that. Okay, this is where the Japanese
seconds out. Yeah,
and then this one, the Japanese version, of course.
Yeah.
And then Three Side Live, they're all made in for Japan. Yeah. So when I see you in Italy, I will bring you one as a present. I have so much stuff, man. I have so much stuff. So It's now, I think I was reading the internet that you guys did the best of, I think, a volume 1 and volume 2 recently, right?
Yes, with my band now.
With how did it go? With you sell? You end up selling a lot of records?
In this, I did in last 2 years. I did 4 albums. One is the best of volume 1 and volume 2, and the new album's called "The Devil Is Back" with unreleased. It's a new album with new stuff. And then we did also Profondo Rosso, the remake of Profondo Rosso for the 45th anniversary.
Yeah,
we had this beautiful box. I don't. Maybe I have here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
This is a box of Profondo Rosso.
Wow, man. That's beautiful, man.
It's very nice because you see.
Wow.
There is a doll, yes, and the red vinyl.
Yeah.
And we have the original poster. That was this.
Oh man!
It's like a Hitchcock style.
Hitchcock, vertical. Yeah.
This was the first poster of Profondo Rosso.
How? Oh wow! Did you end up selling a lot of them?
We sell this on our
website.
Website, yes, it's Goblin Simonettis.com.
Yeah, I got you. Wow, man, I need to get all the stuff.
We have a lot of. I have also the demons stuff for the 35 anniversary. Yes. Yes, a lot of with my label Deep Red.
Yeah. Do you sell a lot of people buy a lot all over the world?
Special, yes, but we sell a lot of special during the concerts.
During the concert. At the end of the concert, people buy the merchandise and you sign, you take a picture.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, I love doing that as well. Did you? You don't have any?
I don't know in America, but here in Italy, there is not. People don't buy a lot of records.
Really, here they do. Here they do.
Yeah, they do. Yes, we have collectors here, but the normal guy, young people, they don't buy anything because they have Spotify. They have all for free, you know. So
yeah. No, I like to buy stuff. I like to touch.
Me too.
It's like a book. I need to have the book.
Yeah, of course.
I can read a PDF document on the internet, but no, I want to have the physical thing. You know.
Yeah, me too. I don't like the e-book. I hate this. I tried, but no. I want a book.
No, the same. You know, you gotta.
This is a good release. Another one is. This is Hands of Steel.
Wow.
Yeah. But this is very heavy. It's a metal box. Yes.
My God, man.
The mighty steel box editing. We do a lot of this kind of a special versions of the records now for collectors.
For collector, yeah.
Because I know, of course, yeah, they want to listen for the music, but people love more to have the collection for the collection, you know, special releases. Like you like the Japan version of Seconds Out, but you have the original Seconds Out.
Of course, yeah.
That's for as a collector.
Yeah, when you come back to here to the United States, you need to bring a lot of merchandise because
No, yeah, of course we have
you're
all.
going to be selling very well. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the pins and the t-shirt, the album, you can do
No,
very well.
we have a lot. We have also the mask for
The
the.
mask, you know, people can sell, So I have only another two questions. So you have tours, all over the world, and is any particular concert, Claudio, that you look back and say, man, that was the best thing that we ever done?
No, I think that maybe one of the, of course, I loved the American tour because we play in different places all around. We did 45 concerts in America and Canada. So thanks to that, I visit all the America that I never could see before. Now, from Texas to Michigan and all places, no, all America. And of course, Japan is fantastic because every time we play there, the tickets are sold out in just 10
couple hours.
Yes. And we play in Australia 3 times, yes. But it's a long trip. Too much, yes. But it's very far, Australia.
And so in Latin America, in South America, only Brazil. You said not Chile, no Argentina, no.
No, in America, never. I just did this concert with Ruggero Deodato as guests in Porto Alegre and Rio de Janeiro, but never play live with the band there. I'm sorry for that because Brazil is my country, and I have a lot of fans in Chile as well, Argentina.
You need to, people. You.
Yeah, I want to go there, but if it's not dependent on me.
Yeah. They need to be a producer and somebody who organizes.
Yes,
they need to be good money to make it
because it is a little expensive, because we have to go there. They have to rent all the instruments. It's a very now is not a good time to do this. Maybe
hopefully next year you guys can come back here. Well, here to the United States and here to Latin America as well.
Yeah. I hope so.
When does I was looking at the website, when does your tour start again?
Now we start in December. We do an European tour. Yeah. And we do concert in Berlin, Prague, Paris, in London. In London, I will play a concert together with Simon Boswell.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, his music is very good as well.
We will play on December 8th at the theater. We do our concerts together with Simon Boswell. And we will play Suspiria live in Paris. And another, yes, you can find all my dates on my Facebook and Instagram.
And then, as I mentioned to you,
we will do maybe 15 gigs.
Yeah.
And as I said before, in February, we will do North European tour, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and all the countries there.
Yeah, and then as I mentioned to you before, the 23rd of December, you're playing in Bergamo, and the 24th in Verona. So I want to go there. I want to go, as I said, I want to be in Germany interviewing a lot of electronic musicians because I want to do like a film.
Yeah.
And then I want to fly to Milan to go and see you for a couple of days, man, and we can have dinner.
Yeah, Verona, yes. But we play in Verona the December 24th.
24th, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Christmas night.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny because I don't know. I say, but are you sure for that? Because people, they are with, but no, not in the north. In all Italy, we have this special dinner of 24 with family, big foods, and but in the north they use more the breakfast, no, the lunch of 25.
The day after.
The day after. So maybe people 24 they go out in the north.
Well, we need to the 23rd and 24th. We need to get together for dinner.
Yeah, of course.
Or for beer, drinks, or wine.
Yeah, of course. Great. When you come in Italy, when you will arrive?
I will I will very likely fly the night before to Milan, the 22nd, or something.
Okay.
Right, because you're playing, right, the 23rd, you're playing Bergamo in a place called Druso, and the 24th in Verona in the factory. I never been there, so I don't know my way around. I know that it's like an hour from Milan, so I need to go
No,
to
it's not
Milan.
far. No. No, it's not. Italy is not very big, especially in the north.
Yeah.
If you go Milano to Venice or Verona, it's just 1 hour by train, 2 hours, not more.
Yeah, I need to figure out. I need to talk to Lisa to see if she can help me out. I don't.
Yes. I'm sorry that she can come because especially because it's a Christmas period, and also because we travel a lot, so she can come.
Make it all the time. Yeah. So the last question. Feel free to mention where the listener can buy your music, and because I want you to people benefit from where our listeners can buy your music.
Well, listen.
Where the listeners can buy your music. Feel free to now mention your website.
No, sorry, because I didn't. Okay. Where? In my site. My site is goblinsimonetti.com.
I got you. What are the?
Let me check. Yes,
make a double check. But I will post the name on the recording. Don't worry.
Yes, it's goblinsimonetti.com. You will find all our dates, concerts, all our merch, and you can subscribe your for mails, everything. Yeah, you can find all that I produce. Not the original Goblin music, because it's not my right. Just the record that I have the rights to. But it's a lot of. We have T-shirts, pins, everything.
Yeah, no. What about
goblinsimonetti.com?
Goblinsimonetti.com. What about touring in the United States? Is the plan for next summer, next year?
I don't know. Normally we play in spring, in fall, but maybe this year before. I hope maybe in springtime, or summer. I don't know. I'm talking with the agent, but we have to be sure that it's possible for us to come there with no problems,
Yeah, hopefully the pandemic, man.
Yeah. But I think that now, in next year we'll finish or less.
Man, I love the studio and the setting. Feel free to show it. It's a very nice. Suspiria, Goblin, man. They have beautiful setting there, man.
Yeah, I have a keyboard there, you see.
Yeah. All right. Oh, beautiful, man. All right. Yeah. That's beautiful. Well, Claudio, it was very, very nice talking to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you in your country. And we can go to dinner. And that would be great to see you guys play live.
Of course. We will meet for sure. If you come, we meet. No,
I will.
It will be a real pleasure to meet you.
I need to talk to Lisa to see I can get tickets to see.
No problem. No problem. You are my guest. You just tell me when you arrive, and you will come with us there.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Claudio. Have a good afternoon down there, man.
Muchas gracias.
De nada. ¿Todavía hablas português ou não? Still or no?
Sì. Falo muito bem português. Ainda falo português. Mas é diferente do espanhol. Não é similar, mas não próprio. Porque Italian, Spanish, and Brazilian, they understand each other more or less.
And your kids, your daughter, speak?
No.
Portuguese? No, only Italian and English?
I have 2 daughters. They don't speak. They speak just Italian, English, a few English, and they don't play anything.
No
musician. No.
So who will inherit your music?
Your
legacy? Who will take over your legacy?
Yeah, I'm the last Simonetti in the world, because I don't have any parent, any family Simonetti. I have just 1 sister and 2 daughters, and there are 3 generations that we are only 1 son. My grandfather, my father, and me. I don't have uncles, no Simonetti, and I have 2 Simonetti, but daughters.
Man, you need to get a new wife.
I'm less.
You have more babies.
I will do a film less Simonetti in the world on Earth. On Earth.
with the Rio Argento directed.
Yeah, yes.
Well, maybe in the next life you will have more kids, more boys.
Yeah, okay. Why not?
All right. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Claudio. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much. And
Thank
talk to you soon and see you soon. Ciao.
You bet. Ciao. Thank you. Gracias.
Bye-bye.